One of the biggest reasons people have a hard time selling anything on their webinar is that they fall apart at the offer. This video will show you exactly how to make an amazing offer that converts. What's going on, guys? Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button so that you always get updates on these videos. Somebody asked me to have a look at their webinar and tell them why they weren't making sales. And the front half of their webinar was pretty good. It was like an 8 out of 10. But when I got to their offer, things fell off a cliff. And to be honest, this happens with quite a few of the webinars that I look at. People are really good at teaching and they're okay at telling the stories over here in the front half, but then they hit the offer section and things just go downhill. What causes this and what exactly do I mean? Well, the front half of your webinar should be about half of the total webinar length, maybe slightly longer than that. The offer needs to be just as long. I know a lot of you probably just were like, well, I just don't want to pitch because I feel like that just turns people off. And I understand and I agree with you. When you're doing the offer correctly, the thing is that you're not just selling. You're showing them how the things in the front half of the webinar actually can apply to their business and how you can help them apply it. When you're doing that, it is no longer a pitch. It's an offer to help somebody, and you're continuing to give value. So the first step in getting to a great offer is asking for permission. This is the transition, and it is a place that so many people make a mistake. Either they get super awkward and they don't do any transition at all. So they go right from teaching to, okay, here's the offer. Well, of course, that is shocking. That is jarring, and people are going to drop off really, really quickly. The second thing that people do is that they apologize for making an offer. Okay, guys, so that concludes the teaching portion of this. If you would like to hear how I can help you, please stay on. That's like an apology offer, and it doesn't exude confidence. That's definitely not the way you want to move forward. The way you want to move forward is just to really clean and simple say, does it make sense that I can only help you so much on this webinar right now? But for those of you who really want to take this to the next level and you would like personalized help, can I share with you how I can help you? That is a clear, confident transition into the offer. And the thing is that you have to get them to say yes. One of the ways that you can add to this is you can get a couple yeses before. This is an NLP technique. It works really well. If you're doing trial closes throughout your entire webinar, this is going to be really simple. If you're not, you definitely need to add those in. And I would add to that, the most important place to add those is right before going into the close. So the way you do that, hey, how many of you have gotten amazing value from the content that I've shared with you today? How many of you can see how this can start to work in your business to bring in more leads, more customers, and more dollars into your bank account? How many of you would love to know how we could work together? Because although you've gotten a lot of value on this webinar, you know that you need ongoing help to apply this in your business. See how that breaks it down and gets people to move forward? So the first thing is you have to ask permission. The second part is your offer is not based on the features that you are giving them. It is based on the outcome. How many of you have seen a webinar and you get to the offer and the first 15 minutes is just them going through every module in their course, plus all the templates? That's not what people are looking for. You're selling the airfare, the flight to Hawaii, not the beach and the margaritas that you're going to drink on the beach, right? What you need to do is instead look at what the benefits are. So your main offer goes up here at the top, and that's the first thing that you're selling, right? What is the outcome? Usually there's 3 to 5 outcomes for that offer. What are the outcomes? And you want to show them the modules, but you want to do it quickly. That first piece should take 2 to 3 minutes to get through max, and it should be laden with benefits. So it might be something like, when you move forward with me today, you're going to get access to my 12 module course. I'm not going to break down every single module that's in the course for you, but I will show you the first half deals with exactly how to tell your story and how to present before we ever start talking about the webinar. The next section is going to show you exactly how to build those stories into your webinar and how to build the deck. The third section is going to focus on the tech, the funnel, and the follow-up. Those pieces I know can be really, really overwhelming to people, but I break it down. There's 4 different modules in there containing 12 different videos that will walk you through everything. The outcome of this, the first piece, when we go through your story, that's going to show you how to build rapport, and building rapport is going to raise your sales and raise your conversion. The middle part, where I show you how everything lays out in your webinar, is going to take away all the overwhelm. How many of you have just stared at a blank page? We're going to get rid of that altogether so that you know exactly how to move through your webinar, how to lay it out, and then I'm going to give you the deck template that you can plug it into. The third piece, all the tech stuff, I know that can be really overwhelming. So I made a whole bunch of really short, really easy to follow videos that will walk you through everything you need to know from the tech side. Now, see how much more clear that was and how much more positive I took their pain and framed it, got them to experience it a little bit, and then moved them into the positive and showed them how the course would move through. Now, you might be saying, well, why should it be 2 to 3 minutes? The reason that you want to keep it short is no matter what you offer, please hear this. No matter what you offer right here, 10% will buy right away. Those are your action takers. You've pre-framed them really well in the webinar. They know they want it. They're going to buy. 10% are going to bounce. They're going to bounce probably as soon as you start your pitch. They might wait to hear how much it is or to hear kind of what it is, but they're going to bounce really quickly. They're never going to buy. 80% are going to say maybe. And that is the key. When you have the maybes, then the rest of the offer, the rest of the things in your value stack become ways to move them off the fence and get them to lean in harder and move forward with you more. You get the chance to continue overcoming objections, continuing to future pace them and get them to move forward. The thing is that they are interested. They've said maybe. You just need to provide value. And this is where the stack comes in. So you have your first piece up here. That is your main course. Each additional thing that you add, which you should have 5, at least 5, should add value. It should be pre-framed somewhere out here in the webinar and should add value and get them to move forward. This is where so many people make the mistake, right? They spend a long time on the main piece and then they throw in the others really quick, never actually adding value, and they wonder why they're not making sales. I hope that makes sense to you. If you have questions, reach out to me. If you watch this and you know you need a little bit more help with your webinar, make sure to look down in the comments. We have a couple different ways that I can help you. The first is a completely free mini course that you can take. It comes with a workbook and some short videos. The second way, if you have a webinar, but it's not quite converting the way that you want, there's a link down there for you as well. I do what's called a webinar breakthrough, where I will audit your entire webinar. I'll go through, I'll look at what's working, what's not working, and I'll give you really detailed feedback to help you with that. And the last way, if you know you need a webinar that converts and you know you want to work with me, there's a link down there where you can jump onto my calendar and we'll do a short phone call. We'll see how we can work together. I'll help you build out the webinar, the presentation, the deck, the funnel, the follow-up, all of it from scratch so that you know you will have a webinar that converts. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you get all of my videos. All right, guys, until next time, take action, change lives, and make money. I'll see you soon.